To me, the epitome of the Ruthless aggression era was these two guys, Cena and Randy Orton. So I've managed to sign both in the same week. So episode 3 kicks off with a huge bang because we are starting with this and hopefully a new rivalry. They match up perfectly against each other. It's an Extreme Rules match as well. Cena versus Randy Orton is what kicks off our Monday Night Raw. Then, everybody else is going to be really struggling. So we've got Edge calling out The Miz. It's a level 3 out of 4 rivalry right now, though we can give it a bit of a rest as well. Kishi versus The Miz. If it starts something, that'll be great. We got JBL doing a self-promo talking about how he lost his match against The Rock and he's gutted and what's next for him. Then we have Shawn Michaels versus Big Bobby Lashley. It's only a level 2 rivalry, so again, we can continue that. If it gets to level 3, we can give him a little bit of a rest. Mickie James is going to call out Beth Phoenix, and then in the main event, The Rock is defending his title against MVP. I know, MVP he's not even had a match for ages, but somehow his popularity is still 74. But we did promise him a title shot within the next 3 weeks. I thought we'd get it over and done with. I thought it makes sense to get it over and done with. Just so you can see the contracts, John Cena has joined us for a 5-week deal. Randy Orton has joined us for a 10-week deal. So you can kind of imagine how much we have spent there. Which means our budget is a little bit lower than usual. And we could take a look. We have the optional bonuses on the 3 below, but not on the arena. We're still rocking the Thunderdome, though, because we like that money. Let's go and book this show. Okay. Cena versus Randy, then. I'm curious who is going to take the victory. It had to be John Cena, didn't it? It had to be. It's only an okay match. It's a new rivalry, though, so that's good. We're not kicking things off as well as what I thought we would. They both match up really well. They have decent popularity. We put them in an Extreme Rules match, and it only got 2.5 stars. What is that all about? Edge calling out The Miz. It's a good promo. There we go. Level 4. We can rest them now. Rikishi versus The Miz. After he's just been called out. So we won't start anything there. We just needed a match. Rikishi does pick up the victory, though. It's just an okay match. No injuries. That's the main thing. JBL doing a self-promo. Excellent. +4 for his popularity. Shawn Michaels versus Big Bobby. It's only a normal match. Let's hope for no injuries again. Shawn Michaels does pick up the win. but he also picks up an injury. And it does nothing for rivalry as well, which is really frustrating. Mickie James and Beth Phoenix. There we go. That's a level 3. Then we had The Rock versus MVP for the title. How does this one play out? Will The Rock finally lose? No, of course he doesn't. Somebody left a comment yesterday, the great one. No rivalry too. Somebody left a comment yesterday saying The Rock is basically Hulk Hogan in this Ruthless Aggression era. And I have to agree. But at the same time, I'm all for it. So there we go. That is a fantastic show, I think, from us. Although we didn't get the ratings that I think we deserved. There we have. Right, Papa Shango versus Dexter Lumis in the main event for the title. They are going to stuff us, I think. Yeah, they beat us. That's annoying that their 4-star match was that. Right. Okay, that's fine. We gained 29,000 fans. We gained $135,000 now that we've got the Thunderdome rocking and rolling every single week. They gained 53,000. That's like over 24,000 fans extra. Quick maths. 152,000. They got more money than us. How close is it now? Right, we're still about 20,000 ahead. Well, about 25,000, but that was an enjoyable one bit. Okay, we're kicking things off in week number 12 with the women's match, Beth Phoenix versus Mickie James. It's the tables match. They are level 3 right now. We get it to level 4. That'd be brilliant. Then what I might do is put Beth Phoenix in a title match against Maurice and try and get the belt off of her so that we have a women's match for the next pay-per-view. Then we've got JBL versus Edge just in a normal match. Obviously, Edge has got a different rivalry, but we needed to fill the match card, and JBL has high stamina. Edge was basically the only babyface that isn't injured left. Then we have Kevin Nash doing a charity promo, as well as Miz. We got Rikishi versus Brian Kendrick. Then in the main event, MVP wanted to tag with Randy Orton. That's fine. So they're going to go up against The Rock and John Cena. So, yeah. That's quite a weird tag team considering the history that they had in the early... Was it Ruthless Aggression era? I think it was just past Ruthless Aggression era, wasn't it? That they had their 2 Mania matches. But still, funny that it's happening. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. The Thunderdome, we've got 3 optional bonuses. I've unlocked the Veteran Lights, 3D effects, and Pyro because it gains a lot of show quality and doesn't cost that much, to be honest. I was going to go for the this one here, commercial campaign, but it's $75,000. So for now, we're just going to keep what we were. And what I have done as well, if I show you my power card, I have actually used, oh, by the way, everything's double cost this week for us. I've actually used 2 health spars, and I've used them on Bobby Lashley and Shawn Michaels to try and regain their stamina for the next week, because they obviously only have a level 2 rivalry. We need them to get that to level 4 for the pay-per-view. That's my thinking in regards to those 2 wrestlers there, so that level 4, hopefully, we can have a few payoffs. Now, Beth Phoenix versus Mickie James. 1-on-1 tables match, and Mickie James picks up the win. It's a good match too. It's a level 4 rivalry. That's absolutely spot on. Maurice, good promo. She gains herself 3 popularity. JBL versus Edge. Just no injury for Edge. That would be lovely. JBL does pick up the win. There is no injury. That's a mediocre match. That's a terrible match. Never mind. 5,000 fans there for the promo from Kevin Nash, Big K Nash. Kishi versus Brian Kendrick. This should be an okay match, considering it's Giant versus... Why? That's so poor. Miz. Excellent promo. 5,000 fans. And then finally, the tag team of dreams that we have here. Let's see how this one plays out. MVP and Randy Orton do pick up the win. They've pinned the champ. New rivalry of a tag team rivalry as well. Don't know if I like that, but still. Okay, cool. We'll continue. We've got a women's title match in the main event to compete against, but other than that, no tag team matches. So I've got a feeling our show might be a little bit better overall, although they've had better matches. They got 3 4-star matches. That is mental how they've done that. It must be like high rivalries. There's no rivalries. No rivalry, and you're getting a 4-star match just for doing a tables match. That is a little bit dodgy. No rivalries again in the main event, and yet it's a 4 and a 4.5 star normal match. Can you guys believe that? Let me know down in the comments if you think that's a little bit farcical. I do think there's some things on this game that I just think, how has that happened? And that I just don't agree with. Because I would never get a 4.5 star match for a normal match outside of a rivalry just because it's a title match. We gained 43,000 fans anyway, $138,000. We're still ranked number 1. They gained 53,000, so they are still catching us despite us putting quite a good show on in regards to all the show quality. Yeah, they are right on our tails now, about 13,000 away. Well, look who I found wandering around in the free agency list. Brock Lesnar. Yes. Debuted, of course, during the Ruthless Aggression era. Burst onto the scene and he took the title away from The Rock. Well, guess who is our current champion right now? It's The Rock. I think it was SummerSlam 2002 or 3. One of the two. But yeah, Brock Lesnar joins us on a 5-week contract. I wonder who he's going to be calling out in today's episode. It's The Rock. We're going to give The Rock a bit of a rest. He's got 28 stamina. But Brock Lesnar will be bursting onto the scene on his debut and calling him out. So we got a couple of weeks to build that rivalry. Beth Phoenix versus Maurice. It's a title match. I'm trying to get the title off Maurice to make our women's title match at Hell in a Cell between Beth Phoenix and Mickie James. We then got John Cena versus Randy Orton in the mid-card. Randy Orton already is struggling for stamina. Only had 2 matches. Mickie James then for charity. Then we have Batista versus MVP. Only 15 stamina for Batista, but he's not actually in anything right now, so it's not too bad. Going into the next rivalry, he's only in a tag rivalry with like Michaels, but Michaels will be facing Big Bobby Lashley at the next pay-per-view, so that's what he needs to worry about, and that is a tables match. So today, that is going to be our main event. Now, the show logistics, we can see we are running the Thunderdome, Gorilla Crew, Veteran Lights, and Viral campaign with some optional bonuses. We didn't use any power cards, I don't think. No, we didn't. We didn't have any used against us either. So we should be fine going into this event. We just need to hope that we don't have any injuries, including Beth Phoenix, because she's got an important match, and she still cannot win. And she's injured. Oh, it's the worst scenario. She gets injured, and she loses the title match. Maurice is obviously unbeatable. Like, she genuinely is unbeatable. I'm going to check her how she's actually... So that's a new promo. That's good. Excellent promo from Brock. Nice. I'm going to check her win-loss ratio. I don't think she's actually lost a match. John Cena versus Randy Orton. We're going to do a tables match here. I think it might end up being better than the... Oh, it's a good match. There we go. Nothing for the rivalry. Come on. Mickie James for charity. Excellent promo. Thank you, Mickey. Batista versus MVP. MVP is the winner of that. Wow. In just an okay match. JBL for charity. Good. 5,000 fans. And then Bobby Lashley versus Shawn Michaels in that main event. Please do something for the rivalry here. Take it to level... Oh, for God's sake. Why? I don't understand. We got one more week now to build up some rivalries. I actually think that they are really struggling because they haven't been running as many tag matches week on week as what they usually do. They still got Dexter Lumis though in that main event. In that opener, sorry. Oh my God, they're killing it. 4.5 star. It's still no rivalry. And yet they're doing a 4.5 star match. Yes, it's Extreme Rules. Thankfully, Lana's been injured, so we won't see her for 2 weeks. So she'll be out for the pay-per-view. But jeez, I can't believe it. We're getting 42,000 fans, $130,000. I think they've overtaken us. No, we're still number one. We're getting 42, they're getting 52. So they are now surely right behind us. I can't remember. Oh, about 3,000. All right. We really need to book our ideas up. The final piece of our women's roster has become available. It is Trish Stratus. Now we can finally do some tag team women's action. So we might actually have tag team champions soon. Okay, 5-week contract though. That's all it will cost. That's all it will. That's all of the contract was. So that's annoying because we had to keep obviously renewing it every single time. But we lost somebody else. Rey Mysterio has left. He wanted a 100k bonus. I said no. He is gone. So now we're a cruiserweight short. Luckily, I signed Jeff frickin' Hardy. Yes. Love Jeff Hardy. He joins us, of course. He didn't have that much of a prominent figure in the Ruthless Aggression era, but he was there. He did leave and go to TNA for most of it. But we have him. Anyway, he's joined us, and he is going to be in a match today with Big Sexy Kevin Nash, who has asked for a match. So let's take a look then at today's show. That is going to be the opener. Kevin Nash versus Jeff Hardy. It is going to be a tables match. I'm quite intrigued by that one, to be fair. I quite like it. Good popularity on Big Sexy and good stamina on both. We then got Shawn Michaels calling out Bobby Lashley because for some reason just putting him in matches just never does anything. We got a pay-per-view next week. Brian Kendrick versus Rikishi. It's a level 1 right now. We then got Brock Lesnar being called out by The Rock, but Brock Lesnar will fight tonight. We also have Mickie James versus Trish Stratus in an Extreme Rules match. Remember that rivalry? Oh, I do. That was a great rivalry. One of the best iconic women's rivalries before I think we got into modern era WWE, really. John Cena calling out Randy Orton. It's only a level 1 right now. We're going to give both guys a bit of a rest. To be fair, is John Cena the one that's struggling the most? Could we... I need to see who is struggling the most out of these two. So, that's why I've done it. So Randy Orton I've given a card to, so that's why he's higher. I realised I know I've done something right there. Brock Lesnar versus Edge though. Brock Lesnar's first match, he's going up against Edge. Of course, Edge already has a rivalry with The Miz. That's at a level 4. That will be culminating in the pay-per-view as long as Edge doesn't get injured. But injuries seem to be really frequent since the last thing, so... Okay, we should be absolutely fine though. Right, let's book this show. We got the Thunderdome, we got Gorilla Crew, Veteran Lights viral campaign. This should be a barn burner. Tables match in there, Extreme Rules match. I think we should be beating SmackDown this time round. Kevin Nash, Big Sexy versus Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy wins on his debut. Only a good match. That's not bad, but no rivalry. That's fine. Shawn Michaels calling out Bobby Lashley. Excellent promo. Rivalry grows. That's what we needed. Brian Kendrick versus Rikishi then. How does this one play out? Rikishi is the winner. It's a good match. By the way, that does also mean that the level 4 rivalry for the tag titles that we've been building for so long has ended. It's so annoying, isn't it? Rock versus Brock. Or just calling them out anyways. A level 2, that's a good one. Mickie James versus Trish Stratus. Extreme Rules. Mickie James picks up the win. Wow, good match too. John Cena, Randy Orton. Rivalry Gross level 2. Only a good promo from both The Rock and John Cena. I'm spoiling you with promos this week, and they're only doing good. They're not doing excellent. Brock Lesnar versus Edge though. This should be a good match. And Brock Lesnar wins on his debut. No injury either. Mediocre. Oh, get out. Why is it so bad? I don't understand it. It's so hard to get just a 3-star match, but then it's too easy to get a 5-star at a pay-per-view. Anybody else feel like that's the case? I think so. Oh, that's how I feel. I really do feel like they've done like a patch where we just haven't seen it because scores recently have been a little bit dodgy. All right, okay. They've got the other Kevin Nash, by the way, which is intriguing. I haven't seen that before. So we were very consistent, but they did beat us in the main event with Slapjack and Alexander Wolf winning the tag titles. So yeah, I'd much rather see the Brock Lesnar and Edge. Oh no, they're going to overtake us here. 15,000. Yeah, we're ranked number 2. We got a Vital Star though. 41,000. I know it's because of the position where we're getting our good matches, but still. That's ridiculous. They've like jumped way ahead of us now. Okay, I don't know how we've done it with the budget that we have because we've had to renew everybody's contracts, but still we've put on quite a good show. So let's take a look at it then. We got Edge and The Miz opening up with a level 4 rivalry in an Extreme Rules match. Edge wants to win his next match because he hasn't won anything for a long time. We're then going to move John Morrison. We're going to change into a babyface. But we don't have enough baby faces. That's the main reason. And then JBL is going to call him out in the following promo. We've also got call-outs for MVP to Batista. And we've got Trish Stratus doing a charity work there. But the rest of it, Kevin Nash and Brian Kendrick's going to try and defend their titles against Jeff Hardy and Rikishi. New tag team there. Possibly we could have new champions. Bobby Lashley versus Shawn Michaels in a tables match, level 3 out of 4 rivalry. Then we have the match that we are going to spectate today. John Cena versus Randy Orton. Just a normal match. Let's everybody calm down. It's just the first pay-per-view match in their rivalry. And then The Rock is going to try and retain his title yet again against Brock Lesnar. New guy on the scene. Before we do that, though, I do want to see Maurice. Her win-loss ratio. So she's 6-1. Bloody hell, but she hasn't lost a belt. So I don't know about that. Since she's been champion, I think she might have won every single match. Okay, we're running the Hell in a Cell arena. We've got Gorilla Crew, Veteran Lights, and Pyro Viral campaign, but both the arena and the special effects are free for us because we have used a couple of power cards, which has definitely helped, meaning that we can book this show. Will we defeat SmackDown, though? I think I have basically done it perfectly, but we'll see. The match between John Cena and Randy Orton could be one of those ones where it just does so well that it ends up screwing me over, but we'll see. Edge versus The Miz. Edge finally wins. There we go. That's the reason why I did an Extreme Rules match, because he's good at them. An amazing match too, so thank you very much. John Morrison, excellent promo to a babyface. Nice. We have a new babyface. Right, will we have new champions though? Jeff Hardy and Rikishi trying to win the titles. No. Kevin Nash and Brian Kendrick have won though. Rikishi is now injured. Doesn't do a rivalry. Oh, for God's sake. JBL, John Morrison. Okay, promo, new rivalry, level 1. We then got Bobby Lashley and Shawn Michaels. Tables match. Shawn Michaels is the winner. He's also injured. Rivalry complete. Amazing match. MVP versus Batista. Call him out. Excellent promo. We got another new rivalry there. Lovely. Right, now let's spectate this match between John Cena and Randy Orton. The arena is lit up in green because, of course, it is John Cena. Never give up. Earn it. He's got to throw his hat. I hope he throws his hat. Or at least places it on a young child's head. That would be lovely. Going up against an old foe. Amount of matches that he has had with Randy Orton. Unbelievable. I remember when Randy Orton reached 20 years in the business, John Cena posted every single graphic that they have had at a pay-per-view. in a match against each other, and there was so many. I think there's about 20. So the fact that these two have wrestled so many times, and we can put it together here in the Ruthless Aggression rebuild, that's one of the main targets that I had for this whole series. So yeah, make sure you smash a like, by the way, on this video. John Cena, there we go. Let's bring out Randy Orton. I hear voices in my head. It's Randy Orton. He always looks badass, doesn't he? Always looks badass. Absolutely love a bit of Randy Orton. One of those underappreciated wrestlers, I think, despite being around for so long. I still think he's a little bit underappreciated. One of the best ever, I think we can all agree. And the amount of amazing matches that him and John Cena have had, they're going to put on another classic right now. I can feel it. I can feel it in my veins. The voice in my head is telling me that this is going to be a good match. And here we go. Just a normal singles match, but nothing needs to be special when these two hit the ring against each other. Already, John Cena looking for a lovely little Falcon Arrow there. Can he pick him back up, though? Is he going to try and move him into to pin him? No way, John. No way. Not even you have the audacity to do that like this early on. He's going to get a 2 count almost out of it, though. Come on, Randy. Sort it out, Randy. Big strike. Bloody hell by John Cena. Kicks down onto the arm. Working the arm of Randy Orton. Well, can't get an RKO if you can't lift your arm up. That's the main thing. So, good on you, John. I like the thinking. Picks him up again for another slam. Beautiful. Front ways into the Falcon Arrow now. Randy Orton is getting absolutely dominated right now. There's no heat going into this. There's a massive shine for John Cena. Another slam. He's just picking him up like a bag of sugar. Randy now getting back in on the action with a couple of chops in the corner. Nice little dirty elbow. I like that. Oh, John doesn't like that. Not one bit. Right across his buzz cut. Big stomps into the chest of John Cena. There's a big old chest to kick as well. A massive target to hit. He's moved out of the way of the knee drop, though. Starts firing back with some kicks. Into a powerbomb, maybe? He's going for it. He's going to buckle bomb him. He's chucking him on the outside. Jesus Christ. The audacity. Just lobs him to the outside. Oh, he's going to deadlift him. He's going to deadlift him. This is humiliating. Oh, he slammed him down. Randy Orton is getting his ass owned today. John Cena is on fire. Big lockup, though. Randy's going to get his own back. Smashes him against the apron. Leaves him just a drop. He needs to do a little bit more than that, though. Put him for the table. Why ain't the ref counting? It's just a normal match, ref. Why is there no count out? Are you letting things lie? Letting things go? I understand. It's a massive event. It's Hell in a Cell, of course. I would have done a Hell in a Cell, by the way, but you guys know what happened the last time I did Hell in a Cell. They got stuck. They got stuck on the each side of the steps, and then just wouldn't walk to each other. So I was there for 15 minutes waiting for them to actually do something, and we never actually had a match. So I've decided not to do the Hell in a Cell singles match, because that would have just been a big mistake if that happened again. I am a little bit confused why the referee isn't doing any sort of count out. I know in like real life you just let it go if it's a pay-per-view like this, because at the end of the day it's a grudge match, but still, rules are rules, referee, and I don't understand. That is a huge belly-to-belly. That is a beautiful belly-to-belly. He's picking him up for another slam now. He's dropped him back on the apron. This match has taken a long time on the outside. I would be a little bit annoyed if I was on the outside, and, well, if I was sat front row of the ring on the other side and you can't see a thing. Get back in the ring. Here we go. Randy Orton now. He means business. If only you could drape him across for that DDT. Oh, lovely. There's the DDT. There is a DDT. Referee, 1. Come on, ref. You've got to be quicker than that. You've got to be quicker than that. None of them have a finisher yet, but they do have a couple of signatures each. Well, 3 signatures each, and they are building towards that finisher. But this, very much, the first half of this match, so far anyway, was dominated by John Cena, who's now looked like he's going to take back the action with that little code red. But Randy Orton almost got the second part of this match. So it is very back and forth now. who is going to dominate the third act of this match and possibly land themselves with a win. John Cena's going for the attitude adjustment. He's nailed it. There's no rope break. 2. It's a kick out. It's a very late 2. It's 2 3/4. Now John Cena doesn't know what to do. He's so confused. What do I do next? He's waiting for Randy Orton to get up. Randy Orton with a late kick out there. Tougher than a $2 steak, as JR would say. Oh, he's nailing the DDT again. I absolutely love it. Now he has his finisher as well. Is he going to use it? Is he going to go for the RKO? No. Miss. Big shoulder tackle. The comeback is on. Oh, he's reversed it into the hip toss. This is an amazing match. Randy Orton. Big knee drop to the head. Come on, Randy. Here we go. Here we go. He's lining them up. RKO! He's nailed it. John Cena's down. Fly in the middle of the ring. 1, 2. Oh, he's kicked out as well. I don't believe it. What a match. What a match. Both wrestlers here. Oh, he's picked up again. Attitude adjustment. Where did that come from? 1, 2. What a match. What a match that was. That was out of nowhere. Who says the RKO can be out of nowhere? Because John Cena just proved that the attitude adjustment can also come out of nowhere. That was unbelievable. I am so glad I picked this match to commentate on. And there is your winner. To me, that's a 5-star. I don't know what they're going to give it. They give it a great match. That's a 5-star in my opinion. I was on the edge of my seat. That was unbelievable. That's easily the best one that we have commentated on so far. And it does take it to a level 3. But now we've got The Rock and not John Cena. We've got The Rock and Brock Lesnar to compete against for this. So Trish Stratus for charity, gained us some fans. Thank you very much. I mean, we've gained all the fans after that classic. The Rock versus Brock, though. For the title in Hell in a Cell. Remember, the real life thing that happened. The Rock was champion. He was Hollywood Rock. And then Brock Lesnar come onto the scene, burst onto the scene, demolished everybody, challenged The Rock for the title at SummerSlam, and beat him. And sent him on his way to become the Scorpion King. What will happen here? Will The Rock retain? No! Exactly how it went before. And a classic. The Rock loses. And we have our new champion, Brock Lesnar. Wow. Level 3 rivalry. So we will probably see the rematch of that one in tomorrow's episode. But that, what a climax to this. That is unbelievable. Right, well, let's be fair then, and let's see what they are doing. So they're running pretty much the same stadium, I think. Mustafa Ali there in a Hell in a Cell, and a classic straight away, only looking with an injury. So they are running 3 Extreme Rules matches, 1 tables, and a Hell in a Cell. All right, okay. Eric with an okay promo. Graham Metalik versus Kevin Nash. Big Sexy in his NWO attire. Kevin Nash does pick up the win. Amazing match. Wow, okay, they're doing quite well here. That wasn't even a rivalry. Maybe it was, but I don't know. Casey Catanzaro, Lana. Oh, we already know this one's a good one. We already know this one's a good one. For the women's tag team titles, Natalya and Tamina win. Classic again, level 3. Oh dear. Right, King Nakamura calling out Ivar, but it does nothing because Slapjack is versus Ivar in this next match, and Ivar does win. And it's a rivalry complete. So what a waste of a call-out that was. If they did the call-out after, it would have worked, but it doesn't. Becky Lynch doing a self-promo. Excellent. She gained herself 6 popularity, but the main event is an Extreme Rules match between Dexter Lumis and Papa Shango. 2 wrestlers that aren't even employed anymore. Papa Shango is the champ. Legendary match. Oh dear. Yeah, they smashed us. They absolutely smashed us. Although we did do very well. 2 4-stars, a 4.5, 3 and a 3.5. We did very well there. They still smashed us. Oh, I can't believe that. We gained 178,000. I really thought this show was going to be good. $178,000, $162,000. Free arena booking again. We're still ranked number 2. They gained 201. They gained 201. Oh, wow. So they have overtaken us, and they are off. They are gone. Well, let me know what your thoughts are about this episode and what we should be doing going forward. And what would you, let me know down in the comments, what would you rate that John Cena versus Randy Orton match? Considering it was just two AIs going up against each other, I thoroughly enjoyed that, to be fair. I would have given it 5 stars, but I want to know your opinions down in the comments section. Make sure you're back for tomorrow's episode and subscribing, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.